Okay, so today we're going to go over balancing chemical equations, just doing a bunch of practice problems and some situations you might encounter. So these are in your notes. First thing you want to do is draw a line and start taking inventory. So I have Fe over here, 2 of them. Oxygen, 3. And hydrogen, 2. Over here, Fe, 1. So you want to make sure that you write down your elements in the same order. It kind of just makes your life easier when you do the count-in part of it. Oxygen is 1. Hydrogen is 2. So you can see from our inventory that we are unbalanced. Okay, I have 3 oxygens here, 1 here, 2 irons here, 1 over here. So, I don't know, let's just maybe start with oxygen and see where we go. So I got 3 over here. When you balance equations, you can only add coefficients. Those are numbers in the front here. So if I add a 3 here, this 3 goes to everything. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So now I have 3 oxygens. My hydrogens and iron are still unbalanced. So I have 6 over here, and I see hydrogen by itself, but I have 2 of them. So 2 times what is going to give me 6? 3, right? So 3 times 2 gives me 6. Okay, so 2, 3, 6, 1, 3, 6. Okay, I can add a coefficient here to get to 2 iron. So we're going to add a 2. And now we are balanced. All right, let's try the next one. Phosphorus, 4. Oxygen, 2. On this side, phosphorus, 2. Oxygen, 5. All right, so I got 4 over here, 2 over here. What can I add here to get to 4? 2. So now I have 4 phosphorus, but this 2 also affects my oxygens. 2 times 5 is 10. All right, phosphorus are good, oxygen's uneven. 2 times what can get me to 10? You're thinking 5. Okay. I'll try another one here. So nitrogen, 1. Hydrogen, 3. Oxygen, 2. Nitrogen, 1. Hydrogens, 2. And looks like I got 2 oxygens. Okay, so everything's good except for my hydrogens. And I notice I have 3 over here and 2 over here. So one strategy you can think of is think of a common number that both 3 and 2 go into and get to that number. So 3 and 2 both go into 6. So if I put a 2 here, 2 times 3 gets me to 6. But it also affects my nitrogens. So now I have 2 over here. I come back over here, I have 2, so the coefficient I can stick here to get the 6 would be 3. So 3 times 2 is 6, but this 3 also affects my oxygens. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 gives me 4. All right, so I have 2 nitrogens over here. So let's see if I can get to 2 over here. This also affects my oxygens. 2 times 1, 3 times 1, 2 plus 3 is 5. Oh boy, this isn't going to work. My nitrogens and hydrogens are good, but my oxygens, there's no way I can put a coefficient, a whole number coefficient, and get to 5. So if you ever encountered this, or you're really, really struggling, just go back and double your first coefficient, okay? So if I double my first coefficient here, turn 2 to 4, now I have 4 nitrogens. 4 times 3, 12 hydrogens. I know it seems crazy, but bear with me here. So I'm going to go back over here and change some coefficients. Put a 4 here. 4 nitrogens. 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times 3 is 3, 4 plus 3 is 7, but that's not going to stay 7 very long. So nitrogens are good. I need to change the coefficient. I got to get hydrogen to 12. So what coefficient am I going to stick here? 6. 6 times 2 is 12, but it also changes my oxygens. 4 times 1 is 4. 6 times 1 is 6. 4 plus 6, 10. So then 2 times what gets me to 10? 5. And now we are balanced. Okay, this sample problem down here, never mind. So here we have aluminum at 1, hydrogen at 1, AS, arsenic at 1, and O at 3. Over here, aluminum, 1, hydrogen is 2, arsenic is 3. This 3 goes to everything in the parentheses, so 3. And then oxygen, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, well, maybe we should focus in on these, the arsenic and the oxygen. If I put a 3 here, this 3 goes to the H, but it also goes to arsenic. That'll get me to 3, and it'll also get me to 9 on my oxygens, okay? So I put a 3 there. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 arsenics. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. So my ASOs are good, but my hydrogens are not, right? So now you're like, oh crap, I have a 3 and a 2, not this again. So maybe we should, I don't know, try a different number for hydrogen, okay? Maybe we should try, like, I don't know. I wish Joe was here. Joe did a really good guess and he got it right. Honestly, I don't remember the answer. Okay, so let's try a 4. Let's just stick a 4 here. Let's just see what happens. So we're going to go back and put a 4. So 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Mm. 3 times 3 is 9. That was a bad number. Well, let's see. Let's try 6, because I feel like 6s and 3s kind of go together. Yeah, so sometimes when you do these, you just have to try weird numbers. So now I have 6 ASs. 6 times 3 is 18. I know, crazy, right? So if I go back over here, I gotta get to 6 for my ASs. So I already have 3 ASs. Okay, so 3 times what can get me to 6? Let's try 2, right? So now I have 2 aluminums. There's 3 here. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9, times 2 is 18. Hey, this is looking promising. Okay. Hydrogens, I have 6 over here, 2 over here. Coefficient I can stick here is 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. 2, 6, 6, 18. 1, 6, 6, 18. Oh, that's an easy fix. 2. So notice that, you know, I was just thinking out loud, plugging in random numbers, and eventually you're going to get to it. When you do these, if at the very end, if you have it balanced, just make sure that the coefficients can't be reduced anymore. Okay, and I look here, I have 2, 6, 3, 2. They can't be reduced anymore, so I know this is legit. Now, on your homework assignment, I'd like to do 11, 12, and 13 together. 11 was one that really, really threw me off, and then the class convinced me to do 12 and 13 as well. So 11, so we have 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogens, and 2 oxygens. And then over here, 1, 2, and 2. Okay, so I focused in on the hydrogens because I have that odd even. So I was like, all right, so if I stick a 2 here, right, I get the 6. That also changes my nitrogens. So I have 2 nitrogens. I put a 3 here to get the 6. So 6. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I was like, okay, my nitrogens are unbalanced. So I put a 2 here, right? I get the 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then I'm like, oh, crumbs, not this again. So I was like, all right, let's go back and double everything, just like in our sample problem. And I wonder if this is actually the same homework or same problem in our notes. Not that we're doing it again. So I double it. I had a 2 here before. Let's try a 4. So now I have 4 nitrogens, 12 hydrogens. Get my eraser. All right, so we want to put a 4 here. 4 nitrogens. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Yeah, I feel like this is exactly the problem we just did in our notes. Change the coefficient in front of water. So I got to get to 12, so I'm going to put a 6 there. So now I have 12. 4 times 1 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. And then I come back and put a 5 here. Okay, these next two, if you're really good about identifying polyatomic ions, you can keep them together. Okay, so notice I have NO3 here and NO3 over here. And I have CO3 over here and CO3 over here. So I can keep them together as long as I don't have any like stray oxygens or stray carbons or stray nitrogens, and that's not the case here. So when I do inventory, I go, okay, I got 1 potassium, and then I have an NO3, and I like write it as 1. I have 1 over here. Because of space, I'm going to write hydrogen over here. That's supposed to be a 2. We'll just rewrite that. 2. And then CO3, I'm going to group together because that's a polyatomic. It's carbonates. It's 1. So I take inventory over here. 2 potassiums. Whoops, kind of did that one over here. NO3 is 1. Hydrogen is 1. And CO3 is 1. All right, so should we just start with our Ks? Got 2 over here, 1 here, so I put a 2. It changes my potassiums to 2, but it also changes my NO3s to 2. So now my NO3s are unbalanced. So I have 2 over here. Let's try a 2 over here. So now I have 2 NO3s and 2 hydrogens, and we're balanced. 2, 1. Okay, hold on, excuse me. Sorry, my phone rang. Okay, and we are balanced, yes. Last one, again, polyatomic ions we can keep together. So that's not a polyatomic ion. I meant to underline this one, NO3s, okay? So we do inventory. B is 2. Br is 6. H is 1. NO3 is 1. I wish I could write faster. All right, over here, Br is 1. Or sorry, B is 1. Br is also 1. H is 1. And my NO3 is, I'm going to keep it together, it's in parentheses. So 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, so I've got 2 BRs here. Let's stick a 2 here and see what happens. So now I got 2 Bs. 2. All right, so this 2 goes to everything, but there's 3 NO3s, okay? So there's 3 NO3s times 2 gives me 6. All right, my BRs, 6, 1. Well, if I put a 6 here, now I have 6 BRs and 6 hydrogens. Come back over here, got 1 So if I put a 6, you ask yourself what coefficient can get you to 6. So I have 6 hydrogens and 6 NO3s. 2, 6, 6, 6. Nice. All right. So that's just a bunch of practicing of balancing equations. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, all right.